in waking reality. I never have that uncanny feeling that this is a dream. So it feels the boundaries feel clear to me, and yeah, I mean dreams can only last so long. So even if you're in, say, a nightmare or something, it's
Yeah.
not going to last forever. But the wonderful thing about being lucid is that it's a really easy way to neutralize nightmares. Is if you have like a recurring nightmare, that's why some people practice lucid dreaming is to overcome those.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
so it's really helpful against nightmares, lucid dreaming.
it really is. I don't suffer from a lot of nightmares, but it is immensely helpful.
Yeah.
Um, I did one time encounter like a shadow element in a dream. It was wolf man, and I realized I was dreaming, and so I started asking him questions. Why are you here? And he had this copy of Alice in Wonderland that he wanted to show me, but I felt like if I looked in it, it would be too scary. So sometimes you have these boundaries in your mind, and you can recognize them. But at the same time, you are creating that reality. So one time, um, I was looking at I was in a dream and I found these massive flowers and I wanted to peel them open to see what was inside. As I was peeling, I felt a slight fear that what was going to be inside was something horrific.
Yeah.
Um, but I recognized that and I said, I know by thinking that, by having the fear, I'm actually creating something horrific. So then I let go of that fear, and what was inside was a pistachio. It was
Yeah.
it was weird. So it's I think anytime that you're facing your fears, whether that's in waking reality or in dreams, it's a lot about awareness and how powerful you really are to control your emotional state.
Yeah. So, do you think like lucid dreaming can help against like burnouts or depressions?
I do immensely because your subconscious is doing so much work throughout the day to take in everything that you can't consciously process. And when you ask it for something, it will always surprise you. So if I were having a depression or burnout or something, I would probably ask my dream, what do I need to do? Where do I need to be? How can I overcome this? And um, the dream will show you what you already know,
Yeah.
that you don't consciously know yet, but you have the information at your disposal.
Yeah.
Um, and also, it's thrilling. It's thrilling to realize that you're a lot bigger than you normally think you are. You know that your mind is a lot more powerful than you normally give it credit for. So it can be just uplifting to have the experience at all.
Yeah. So, and about which dream do you prefer? Like, which of all your lucid dreams was like your favorite?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, yeah. You know, it probably it's probably the one where I asked to experience unconditional love.
Yeah.
It's, when I asked the question, immediately these sort of skeletal hands started creeping towards me, and I felt afraid.
Yeah.
But then there was this awareness that told me without words that this is what I had asked for, and that I might not really be ready to experience it, but that everything was going to be okay. So I trusted that, and then these hands lifted me up, and it was like I was being swaddled in light, and there was just sort of a warm buzzing in all of my cells, as if each cell had like a tiny light switch that had been flicked on at the same time, and the warmth just radiated through my whole being until I just became one with this white, fuzzy, warm light. And there's no really way to describe it, but it was an intense feeling of safeness.
Yeah.
and rightness.
Um, and do you how do you get like into your lucid dream? Like no wait, I will ask another question.
Okay,
So, do you sometimes use an object? This is more likely like the movie Inception because that's also like where
right.
lucid dreaming is. Like they use like a spinning object to control
Right.
if they're in reality or not. Which is your object?
Yeah. So I don't have one object. I used to wear a locket around my neck that was my object, and then it broke, and then I realized that any single thing in the world can be your object. And it doesn't even have to be the same one. And in fact, it's better if it's not, because then you just practice the art of questioning the reality of everything. So, um, you know, I may look at the window next to me and say, is this a dream? I don't know, and try to just put my hand through the window and see what happens. Um, or I may pick something up and just question it. What is this thing? Is it real? Can I shapeshift it with my mind?
Yeah.
And I think that's very helpful because you're more likely to become spontaneously lucid than if you're very rigid about, I have my object and it has to be this thing. Because then that can trick you in a dream. Your subconscious is very tricky.
Yeah.
One time before I took Tim's course, I was doing a rudimentary reality check where you say, am I dreaming? You try to push your finger through your hand. And I used to do that a lot in my early lucid dreams, and it would always work, and my finger would go right through my hand, and I would know I was dreaming. But this one dream, I was deeply convinced I'm dreaming. I know this is a dream. It's weird. There are weird things happening, but I couldn't get my finger through my hand, and that gave me a mental block.
Yeah.
Even though I had the knowledge already. So if I had a greater state of awareness, I would have said, I don't need the finger through the hand trick to know that this is a dream because I have this greater state of awareness. And so I'll just go on with my dream goal instead of being hung up on why is this not working. So
Yeah.
I think it's good when you're just starting out to have a thing as a practice, but then later on you can use anything.
Okay. Yeah. That was it for now. You were yeah. He's sneezing, our camera guy.
Bless you.
Yeah. So yeah, you were really helpful. You give
Okay.
like some interesting stories about your experience. And I think if we need some more information or something, we will always ask you again.
Oh, great. Thanks.
So thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Want het begon toch met dat pingpongen en zo. Ik had niks meer te horen. En die computer neemt ook het geluid op.